Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are live before lock here for week 5 fantasy football. Any questions you guys have today, I am here until noon to answer them for you. Turn the music down here. Let's look over our rankings here for the week, and I'm going to adjust a couple of these just according to some of the news that we've had over the last couple days. ETN just scored in the end zone. That's good for us. I took Jacksonville plus the 5.5 today. I should have took a money line, but oh well. We'll take the 5.5 and cash in. Oh, missed tackle. Yeah, Buffalo just did not show up to play today, which a little bit of a letdown spot for them this week. Obviously coming off the big win against Miami last week at home, so not really surprised, to be honest. All right, so quarterback rankings here. Allen, number 1. Doesn't look very good. I mean, you were going to start him if you had him on your team, you know what I mean? High point total. This game's going way under. No offense in this game at all. They just did not show up at all. So, I mean, everybody's got Allen starting on their team regardless, though, if you own him. But he's not going to end up being the number 1 quarterback this week, that's for sure. I like Dobbs where he's at 17 here. I like Stafford, Purdy. Those guys are in pretty good spots here. I will say everything else, I don't really want to change much, to be honest. I don't really want to change much, to be honest. I think a lot of this stuff's about where I thought maybe Burrow climbs up a little bit here today. We'll see, man. I got to see it first. Like I said, I got to see it first. I think we could maybe move Goff a little bit down here. Let's move Stroud up. Let's move Burrow up. Let's move T-Law up to 11. Burrow to 12. And let's move Goff down to 13 just because he's missing St. Brown. He's missing Jahmyr Gibbs now on top of that. So I think Reynolds is a guy, especially in flex, you're going to want to start. But for now, Goff he's coming down the ranks a little bit. D-Hop or Pickens, 10-man PPR. Give me Hopkins, bro. Give me Hopkins. Let's get to the running backs real quick. I need to move Gibbs off of here, obviously. Gibbs not playing because he's hurt. So let's just put him here. This is going to move. I'm going to move Stevenson into 24 because of this. I don't like Stevenson's matchup this week, and I think it's raining. I think they got some rain up there this today. But anyways, I'm looking at my phone. Sorry, my phone's going off. Yeah, Stevenson. We're gonna move him up here 24th. JT though is a possibility. I think they're gonna ease JT in a little bit. Not a very good matchup against a pretty good run defense from Tennessee today as well. So I know everybody's excited about the JT news. 3-year, $42 million extension yesterday. So he's locked up for the long term. Moss is pretty much going to be down here the whole time for the rest of the year for the most part. So Jacksonville's kicking off. They still got 7.5 minutes left. Good grief. We need, I don't know if, hopefully Kincaid comes out. I started Kincaid. And I'm about done with Kincaid, man. He's a good player. They just don't give him the ball. Josh Allen doesn't throw him the ball enough. We can't trust it from week to week. So, God, I was super optimistic about Kincaid. I thought maybe this could have been the week. You know what I mean? And this is just not the week. And then I think he went to the injury tent with a concussion, potential concussion. So I don't know if he's back out on the field or not. Looks like they're both out there. Look at this, and he's just looking for Diggs. He's just looking for Diggs the whole time. Like, he doesn't even care about anybody else. It's crazy. So frustrating to be a Kincaid owner right now. Our receivers, Diggs is looking pretty good today. Obviously, he's over 20 points in my happy PR league already. Got him at wide receiver number 3. I got Josh Reynolds right here at 23. We could maybe move Reynolds up a little bit. Which we already had. Look, guys, if you have Reynolds, you're starting him like at your flex. If you're looking for somebody and he's on your roster and you're not sure, maybe you got a couple of couple of guys that maybe you're thinking about possibly starting over him. If they're not, if you got guys on bye, let me guess. There's Gabe Davis. Knox or Kincaid's right there too. Gosh, dude, just throw it to Kincaid one time. Let's go to tight ends real quick. Tight ends I do need to adjust as well. What was I gonna adjust? Forget who I was going to adjust off the tight ends here. Actually, never mind. I wasn't going to adjust any of the tight ends. Hill could be I think Hill could be a guy you maybe possibly start depending on who your tight ends are. This could be a game where I could just see Hill getting a touchdown today. Zay Flowers or Christian Watson standard. It's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Let's go to the receiver ranks. I got Watson and I got Flowers over here as wide receiver 3s this week, so I don't love either of them, to be honest, as far as being inside top 24, being guys that you're locking in. If I had to choose one, give me Zay Flowers, man. I want to wait a little bit on Christian Watson. Oh, look, he throws it to a tight end, but it's it's Dawson Knox. It's not Kincaid. Oh my God, it's so frustrating, man. So frustrating to be a Kincaid. I should have just stayed with Zach Ertz in the lineup. I'm an idiot. I moved Kincaid out like last minute. I thought he was going to be a guy that potentially this was his week, you know what I mean? It's not. Kincaid, guys, if you own Kincaid and you were high on Kincaid like I was coming into the year, Kincaid's a guy that's just gonna have to sit on the bench until we see them start using him properly and throwing him the ball, enough to where we're not sitting here guessing like when is he gonna go off. You know what I mean? We don't know when he's gonna go off because, let's just pepper Diggs. They're playing prevent defense now. I hate when teams get into this prevent defense when they're up 2 scores. It's terrible for fantasy if you're going like against people and stuff that have those guys from that team on fantasy. Defenses for the most part, like I said, Tennessee Colts could be here at 12. Nothing's really changing here in my rankings for the most part. I don't know how Buffalo's doing. I think Buffalo's doing okay today. Let's see here. Let's see how Buffalo's defense is doing today. I know they've gotten a couple of strip sacks. So it's like Trent Sherfield just made a catch. Buffalo's defense has 10 points right now in this regular league that I'm in. Buffalo's doing okay here. You know, they had them ranked 7th this week. They're doing okay. We really need Allen to throw it to, like, we need a touchdown catch from Kincaid here, like, just to salvage the day, you know, just to salvage the day. They run it with Cook and they get nothing. Shakir with a catch. I don't know what Jacksonville's doing. Their defense right now is just, they're playing like prevent freaking defense here. Very conservative defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They gotta make a substitution. They got 12 people on the field. Oh my god, he just got sacked. Oh, and then they bailed him out with a flag. No way, dude. You can't touch the quarterback anymore. It's insane. It's almost depressing. It's pretty depressing to watch, to be honest. You know, to be honest, you just can't even touch the quarterback. The target area on the quarterback is so small. Look at Doug Peterson. Dude, Doug Peterson's furious. I mean, what do you want these guys to do? I mean, that's just a bad, I don't know. They need to get rid of that dude. They need to get rid of Doug Peterson. Can't believe it, dude. They get a sack on the quarterback and they get bailed out with a flag because Allen like ducked into the freaking defender coming in at him and they made helmet to helmet contact. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. See, dude, he's just looking like the cornerback. This cornerback should pick off the next ball that he throws to Diggs because they know it's going there. Like, you know, it's going to go to Stephon Diggs. He's not going to throw it to anybody else, apparently. I feel like he could have had Kincaid down the middle right there. Is Kincaid out there? Where's that Knox? No, that's Kincaid. This has got to go to Kincaid. Please go to Kincaid. Gabe Davis. Okay. Well, Gabe Davis has had touchdown like the last 4 games, I think. We get Gabe Davis over here as a flex option. He really was pretty quiet today up until this point. Hit a couple catches earlier. Got 5 catches now for a touchdown. 61 yards. It's a decent day for Gabe Davis. He's had a touchdown in 4 straight games now. Oh, flag. I'm ready for this game to be over though, man. This is just pitiful to watch. No offense. None of my guys in fantasy are scoring, it seems like. You know, all I have is Kincaid, but pretty brutal to watch. Oh, they wiped it off. There was a flag on Buffalo. They wiped it off the board. That Kincaid. It's Gabe Davis again. And there's a defensive pass interference. Wow. Well, put it back on the board. Yeah, so like I said, guys that you're really kind of locking into flex, at least this week, Reynolds will be one of those guys. I think we can move Hawk. I think we can move Laporta up to the number 2 spot here at the tight end. This is what I was going to do at the tight end position. I think we can move Laporta up here to number 2 behind Travis Kelce this week. Just with the fact that there's no, other than Josh Reynolds, there's not going to be a whole lot of competition for targets. And so I'm going to move Hawkinson down 1, move Andrews down 1. We'll bump Laporta up 2. I think Laporta, I mean, either way, you're starting Laporta. Either way, you're starting Laporta if you have Laporta on your team. Bottom line. If you have like Hawkinson and Laporta, there's a chance that you could flex one and play the other. You know, I wouldn't be against that. They went for 2. They did not get it. They are up 5. 4 minutes left. Buffalo did spend a timeout on offense. They only got 2 timeouts left. See what Trevor Lawrence does here. See if he can respond here. I don't think that's roughing the passer, man. I don't know, dude. Roughing the passer, it's you end up touching the quarterback. It's roughing the passer, especially if it's like Allen or Mahomes or If it's any of the big name guys, it's gonna get called every single time. Like if that's Joshua Dobbs that gets hit like that, or if that's you know, CJ Stroud or somebody that gets hit like that, that's not a they would not call that flag. That's what's funny about it. They don't call it the same for everybody. So, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's entertainment. Adam Thielen or Tank Dell? Give me Adam Thielen this week. Give me Adam Thielen. I mean, I got both Thielen and Dell right here as like wide receiver 3s this week. You know, you got Thielen right here. You got Dell right here. You got these two guys over here. Give me Thielen though today. I think you could see Carolina pull the upset off today, just to be honest. I think for sure, if you're a betting person, take Carolina plus the 9.5. I don't see how. I don't think there's a chance that the Lions cover that 9.5 point spread today. I have Thielen, Dell, Pittman, Jr., Flowers. I need to sit one of them. Sit Tank Dell. You can't. I don't feel like you could sit Flowers or Pittman. You could sit Flowers. It's kind of between Flowers and Dell. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I want Flowers today over Dell. I know both games are kind of low scoring games for the most part. What, it's a 38 point total, 39 point total for the Baltimore game, and it's a, what's the total for the other game? Like 42 or something like that. The Atlanta game. 42, yeah. So give me Zay Flowers. The thing about, even though the totals are a little bit lower for, you know, the Ravens game, the Ravens are the favorites, and I think the Ravens, I don't even think that spread's high enough. I feel like the Ravens win by a touchdown, so the Ravens probably have the higher point total as a team. I know Odell Beckham's going to play today, but Flowers is still going to get, I would say, anywhere from 8 to 9, 10 targets. So, and Dell could too, but I feel like Thielen and Pittman, you have to start those guys today. Flowers and Dell is kind of a coin flip. Give me Flowers today. I'm gonna go with Flowers. Plays for the better team, and he's playing, you know, he's playing against a pretty bad Pittsburgh Steelers defense that Nico Collins and Tank Dell just played last week, and you know, they're favored, and I believe their projected point total for the team, like the team point total, is higher for Baltimore than it is Houston or the teams that they're playing. So that's what I was thinking too. Just a tough one. Yeah, I mean, it is a tough one for sure. I like Dell and Flowers. Like I said, I like Dell and Flowers as right here as wide receiver 3s this week. So they're kind of very, very close. They're very, very close in my rankings this week. So, but give me Flowers. I just like the Ravens offense better this week, playing against the Steelers, and you know, Houston's on the road in Atlanta, and they're underdogs. They're probably going to lose that game too if I had to place a wager on it. We got 3rd and 4 here for Jacksonville. Let's see if they can. This would be a big first down if they get this, because they only have 1 timeout left and a 2-minute warning. So really, they only have 2 chances to stop the clock. So this would be a big first down. And they're taking a shot deep, and he's got Ridley. Wow, that's game over. Robert Woods or Mike Wilson, PPR. Reynolds or Addison. Reynolds or Addison. I'd like to start both Reynolds and Addison. You see, I got Addison 2 spots ahead of Reynolds. Reynolds could be ranked a little higher though, now that we know St. Brown is out, and now that we know that Gibbs is out. So give me Reynolds over Addison slightly, even though I know I got Addison above him right here. This was before the Jahmyr Gibbs news came out though, and I do think that does kind of matter, because I thought they were going to try to get Gibbs the ball out in the receiving game quite a bit this week since St. Brown was out. But now that they're both out, I think Reynolds is the clear-cut number one as far as the receiving game goes. I do think Addison is a good play this week. I'm starting Addison at the flex. It's a tough one, Terrell, but give me Reynolds barely over Addison. But I could see Addison having a good game, good bounce back game this week after nothing burger last week. So Robert Woods or Michael Wilson, give me take a chance and go with Michael Wilson. I'm not dying to start Robert Woods, so take a chance and take Michael Wilson for the Cardinals. I don't think he's going to have quite as good of a game as he did last week for Wilson, but I still think he could outperform Woods, though. That's not a tall task for him to accomplish. So yeah, give me Michael Wilson there and just take a chance. I don't think you're like, even if Wilson has a bad game, I don't think you're missing out on much with Robert Woods anyways. So that's just my opinion. All right, let's see if ETN can hang on to the ball here. He does have a tendency to cough the ball up. At least he did last year. I think he's kept it off the ground for the most part. Oh, he just broke one. He's gone. And he's in the end zone. That's game over. Dang, that's big if you got ETN this week. If you got ETN, that's big. Those last 2 touchdown runs. Wow. That is big time. We had ETN ranked 13, but a little bit. Hey, we had to see it from ETN, okay? We had to see it from him. That's why he was a running back 2 this week. Either way, if you start, you own the guy, you probably started him this week, so. ETN's paying off. He's paying off this week, finally, for all you ETN owners out there. He was due for one of these games, really. How many points he's up to now? It's up to 36 points for freaking Jeff right now. Good grief. Oh, that sucks. I'm playing the guy that has ETN, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, we don't play head-to-head, but our head-to-head matchups don't matter in my league, but I am playing the guy that has them. Just 36 points and half PPR. That's pretty good. Buffalo was doing pretty good against the run for the most part. Coming up on 20 minutes here till noon kickoff. We got Dolphins, we got Chiefs coming up, we got the Falcons game, the Panthers game, Saints and the Patriots. I think there's some rain there, if I'm not mistaken. That over-under's come down to 38.5. That's good because I have the under 39. If you guys want to know what bets I have today I have the under 39 in the Saints game. I had Jacksonville plus 5.5 straight up, and I actually had them in some parlays as well. I have the under 45 in the Lions game. I bought a point. It's down to 43.5 here on ESPN. It was 44. I bought a point to 45 because I don't like 44. That number kind of sucks. Saquon out, Breida or Spears running back to Breida. That's an easy one. And then I also have the Panthers plus 9.5. I have the Falcons money line against the Texans. I have the Bengals Cardinals game over 45 points. I have the Jets money line. those are my straight plays. I have over 47.5 in the Dolphins game. I don't know if I feel very good about that one just because it hasn't moved. I feel like that should be up to 48 or 48.5 points, and it has not moved yet, so I don't really feel the greatest about that one. I feel like something's up. I was gonna play the Jags and the Bills over. I'm so glad I did not do that. The heck, how did Buffalo get all the way down? Touchdown, Josh Allen. No, he's short. No, he's in. How did Buffalo get all the way down? I literally flipped away from the game for 2 seconds and Buffalo's scoring. This over is gonna hit for people. That's crazy. I gotta see what happened. How did they get down into Jacksonville territory already? Touchback, 43 yards to Hardy. Gabe Davis for 29 yards, and then a touchdown run. He runs in for a touchdown right there. Wow, that was quick. What is Jacksonville doing? The good news is Jacksonville can just run the clock out, though, I think, for the most part. What do they have? A 2-minute warning left? That's it. Oh, Kamara, A-Chain, and Jacob go off. Bench DTN laughing my ass. Yeah, bro. That sucks, dude. Yeah. I mean, ETN was having a bad game until the fourth quarter. I mean, he scored these last 2 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. He was getting bottled up for the most part the whole game. 2 big gains. Yeah, running back wise, I'm thinking of starting Gus over Stevenson. Pollard is my rank. I wouldn't be against that, man. I wouldn't be against that. Gus is just going to be touchdown dependent. You know what I mean? Just going to depend it. You know, it's going to depend if I don't like Stevenson's matchup this week. I don't really like Gus though that much either. But I could understand you maybe playing Gus over Stevenson this week, especially if Gus gets into the end zone. Bill. Oh my God, they almost recovered it. All right, we got 15 minutes until noon kickoff, so whatever other questions you guys have for me, ask away before the kickoffs come. I will be jumping off here in like 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I got Gus over here. Gus is over here in the running back 3 column. You know, not too far from the top though. It's Stevenson. I just put Stevenson in. I had Stevenson here, but Gibbs was in the 24 spot. Gibbs is ruled out, so I'm gonna move Stevenson into there. I think. If it was me, I'm starting Stevenson over Gus, especially if it's full PPR. But if it's not full PPR, I can understand maybe you going with Gus. Gus could fall into the end zone. So, let's see what Jacksonville does here. They have 1 timeout left, and that's the 2-minute warning here in 10 seconds. So this should be a run play to ETN. It will be. So that's going to take them to the 2-minute warning, and then they should take a couple of knees here, I'm guessing. I don't know if they're going to run the ball or not. They take 2 knees, that's what? That's a minute 20. That would give them about 40. That would give Buffalo about 30 seconds. I have Debo too, but I don't trust starting him again yet. What you have, Bill? You have Debo. I'm guessing. Well, you're talking about Gus and Stevenson for running back 2, right? The running back 2 spot. So I guess you couldn't put Debo in for either of those guys. You're talking about Debo for like the flex spot, I'm guessing. I don't know. Debo plays good against the Cowboys every time they play the Cowboys, bro. That's the only thing I'm gonna say to you. I mean, I can go back and look at Debo's track record against the Cowboys. It's really good. We go back last year in the playoffs. So last year in the playoffs, I should be able to see playoffs here. Let me pull it up on my phone. I don't know why it doesn't show me playoffs. Well, let's just say like I'm pretty sure they played them in the middle of the season last year too, right? Or did they not? Maybe they didn't. Who's got Debo? This guy's got Debo. So Debo. Debo didn't play the greatest last year against Dallas. 4 catches for 45 yards, 4 rushes for 11 yards, so nothing crazy. I'm thinking of CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb always has good games against San Francisco. I'm thinking of CeeDee Lamb, not Debo. Debo did have 18.5 points in half PPR 2 years ago in the playoffs in the wild card round. 3 catches for 38, and he had 10 rushes for 72 and a touchdown that game. Of course, that was back before they had Christian McCaffrey, so Debo would have to sub for my wide receivers. So I have Debo, Thielen, Dell, Pittman, Flowers. Need 2 to sit though. Okay. Oh man, dude. I mean, I have Debo ranked 15th this week. It's gonna be hard. Gosh, it's gonna be hard to sit Debo. I feel like that's hard to do. They run the ball off ETN again. He gets about 1 yard, no gain, maybe. Run more clock. I would consider starting Debo and sitting Flowers and Dell, if I'm being quite honest. I just don't know how healthy he is. That's true. We don't know how healthy he is. It says knee and ribs. Got on a full practice on Friday. Will play Sunday Night Football against Dallas Cowboys. So him and Jennings got limited practices on Wednesday and Thursday, but they got a full practice, or he got a full practice in on Friday, which is usually a good sign. That's a good sign. Like, there was no limitation on Friday. That's good. Says both guys are ready to rock on Sunday Night Football. I know it's trusted, it's tough to trust him off of last week, but oh man, I feel like Debo. If it's me, bro, I'm starting Debo over Flowers and Dell. That's just me, though. I could understand, though, if you don't want to start him and you wanted to go like Flowers just because of the health stuff. I could understand that too. I don't think you could go wrong. I mean, maybe one guy pops off and the other guy doesn't, and hopefully you choose the right guy. I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but if that's the case, then, you're just going to have to live with, I guess, whichever one pops off. Hopefully the one that pops off, if one of them does, is the guy that you chose that's in your lineup. I mean, Debo does have the higher total, too. 45 points. I do think the Niners win that game. But there's a lot of mouths to feed on that team. In another yard or two, it's going to be 4th down. Bills are going to get the ball back with like 20 seconds. The good news is my Jacksonville Jaguars plus 5.5 is going to cover. So we're going to be 1 for 1 on bets today, which is the good news. So looks like they can take it down to about 30 seconds here. God, dude, I can't believe it. I should have just left Zach Ertz in my lineup today. I don't know what I was thinking. Changing it to Kincaid right before game time. Just a dumb move, man. Just a dumb move. Kincaid will be on the bench for the rest of the season until he goes off and Josh Allen proves to me that he's going to throw him the ball week in and week out. But until that happens, and we may not see that until Dawson, like we may need an injury. Like for us that own Kincaid that want to start him week to week, we may have to wait until Dawson Knox or somebody gets hurt. You know, that may be the only way moving forward that Kincaid will be startable in your lineup. So, oh, he just muffed the punt. Oh, he got lucky. It went out of bounds. They got it at their own 5 of 22 seconds. They're going to need a miracle. No timeouts, too. I would love for him to just hit Dalton Kincaid like down the seam for like 50 to salvage my day. Just to salvage our day. They do have Kincaid in, I think. I think that's him. It's tough to tell who's in between Kincaid and Knox. They both look the same and they both wear like the same number almost. One's 86, the other's 88. He's going for Diggs. Oh, and then he laterals it, and it's a fumble, and it is game over. And the people that had the over 48.5 thought that they might get their over, but they're not going to get it. That's hilarious. Kincaid is tempting, though. I get it. Yeah, Kincaid is so tempting, dude. He's really good. It's just, and this is the thing about fantasy, guys. It doesn't matter how good a player is. You could have, like, Kincaid is a supreme talent at tight end. He's one of the, I think he's better than, as far as talent goes, I think he's better than Laporta. I think he's better than all the tight ends, like pretty much all the rookie tight ends, in my opinion. Musgrave's pretty talented. You could maybe argue as far as like talent wise and athleticism wise, who's better. Kincaid's really, really good. He just doesn't get the ball thrown to him, guys. He's not involved in the offense. And so, yeah, Laporte is a better fantasy player to own at the tight end out of the rookies. But, you know, that's the thing. Just because a guy's a good football player doesn't mean it's going to translate to good fantasy football. So, and that's just the reality of the situation right now. So, need some help, have no options. P. Ryan or Ronnie Rivers, bro. Xavier, what's going on, bro? Why are we choosing between P. Ryan and Ronnie Rivers? It's P. Ryan, dude. I mean, you have to go P. Ryan. Ronnie Rivers is a backup. Kyron Williams is getting more snaps than just about any running back in the league right now. So, like, out of all the backups that there are to maybe potentially start from week to week, Kyron Williams' backup, who is Ronnie Rivers, would be the one that you least likely want to start because he just doesn't play. So P. Ryan is, I think P. Ryan's going to get some pretty decent work today. You know, it's a tough matchup against a good Jets defense, and we'll see how much they get him involved. But you got to go P. Ryan. P. Ryan's going to be more involved in his offense than Ronnie Rivers will for the Rams. So Laporta's solid. Yeah, I'm not saying Laporta's not good, but I'm just saying, like, Kincaid is. Kincaid was the first tight end drafted, the only tight end drafted in the first round for a reason. And it's so frustrating to watch the Bills not, like, you know, watch Josh Allen not throwing the ball. It's mind numbing right now. I got 4 Eckler on bye. All right, bro. That sucks, dude. Did you have Chubb on your team at Xavier? I take it you had Chubb on your team. Well, that is the game, guys. 4 minutes, man. 4 minutes. I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to watch some football. Hopefully our fantasy team starts to, we're going to have to make up for Kincaid. I feel like an idiot just not keeping Ertz in the lineup, dude. Ertz is going to get, if you guys have Ertz, leave him in your lineup right now, okay? Just leave Zach Ertz in if you have him. God, dude. It's so frustrating. Every single, I think next year in the auction league, I think I'm going to draft one of the better tight ends. what I'm gonna do. I think I've always gone like thrift shopping as far as like tight ends every year. Like I always wait to get tight ends like around 8, 9, 10, or in the auction league I wait. You know, I wait till the end to get one and I buy one for cheap. But I think I'm done with that strategy, man. I'm so sick of getting 4 and 5 points out of my tight end every single week, bro. It's frustrating. Tight end's just kind of been like that this year, you know. It's just been like that at tight end this year. Unless you got like Kelsey or Laporta or Hawkinson or Andrews, it's pretty much been like that. Thanks for all the input, bro. Cheers. Brees Pacheco or A-Chain at flex. A-Chain. Oh my god, dude. Well, I'm starting Brees because I kind of have to, because I've kind of walk around by. Let me go to my running back rankings. I mean, I think there's a good chance Hall goes off today. But I would say if I had Achane, I would probably start Achane over. I have Achane up here at A. You have to start Achane. You have to. You have to start Achane. I would want to start Brees and Achane though if I was you. Pacheco has also got a pretty decent matchup as well against Minnesota. High scoring game potentially as well. You cannot start Brees at the flex. So I'm just gonna put it to you that way. You can't do it. Not when you have Achane. Achane has to go in. But don't be shocked if Brees like has a day today. The Broncos have the worst rushing defense. They allow the most rushing yards a game, and they allow, I think, the 5th most passing yards per game. The Broncos defense is terrible. So, and Brees with no restrictions. We'll see if, you know what I mean? We'll see if that actually is the case, if there is no restrictions on Brees's workload. But do I start? Do I start Tag Lot or Madison or Breida? Madison over Breida. I don't know who Tag Lot is. I don't know who that is. Would you start Brees over Kamara running back 2? I think I would. I know I got Kamara ranked higher. I don't feel very good about that game though. It's a low scoring game. I mean, both games are going to be low scoring. I don't know if it's is it full PPR? If it's full PPR, maybe go Kamara. If it's not full PPR, go Brees. It's close, man. I know I got Kamara ranked higher, but I don't know if I like the game script of that game. I don't know if you're going to like the game script of the Saints game. So I think the Jets win today in Denver, and I think Brees is going to have a day. Oh, that's Taylor. Yeah, okay, you got to go Madison. You got to go Madison, Skag. Yeah, I'm not starting JT over Madison this week. No way. No way, man. I think Taylor's going to be on a little bit of a pitch count. And they have a tough matchup. He's got a tough matchup against Tennessee's defense. They're one of the best run stuffing teams in the league, so I think they're going to ease him in. Let's just put it that way. Don't expect Taylor to come out and get you 30. Full PPR. You got to go Kamara then, dude. You got to go Kamara if it's full PPR, bro. I'm sorry. I wish you could start both of them. You must have a really good team, Juan. If you're looking to start, like if you're looking to sit one of those guys, I feel like I would want to start both of them. That's just me though. That is just me. All right, guys, I got to get off here, man. It's over 12 o'clock now. Games are starting. I will catch you guys. I don't know if I'm going to go live tonight or not with a reaction or not. We'll see. It just depends. If not, I'll see you guys probably Monday or Tuesday, but I may go live tonight. So we'll just have to, we'll see what is on the table for today's schedule. So see if I got anything going on tonight. I will catch you guys later. I'm out of here. Peace out. You guys have a good one. Best of luck to you guys and your fantasy football teams this week. I'm out of here.